Hey guys, episode 5 time, if you couldn't tell from the title of the video that you hopefully clicked on purpose and not on accident. But just to wrap things up before we go to the next area, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I need to do the gift from the Deku Butler, because that is going to get us a mask. I think this mask, I'm not going to say what it is just yet to, leave some suspense. But I think this mask is not very useful. I think it's used in like one place to get a specific items for like potions. But I think I can I do this as not the Deku Scrub? Okay. Link, I am truly thankful for what you have done for the princess. As a sign of our gratitude, we Deku have prepared something that we think may assist you. I will lead you to it. Alright. Please follow me. So, those of you that are familiar with Ocarina, this is similar to getting the hookshot from Dompe's grave. You just gotta follow him. If the camera will cooperate, this will be much easier. And again, you can already see how much easier the bunny hood can make things, because we're going a lot faster than we normally would. Oof. I say as I fall into the water here. So speaking of masks, someone in the comments, which thank you for leaving a comment, by the way, and just watching in general, someone in the comments asked if I was going to 100% the game. And I think I mentioned like offhanded that I probably wouldn't, but if someone's specifically asking me to, then I will do my best. And I was always going to get all the masks because I want you get something for getting all the masks, and I want that. I might not get this mask if I keep it up though. I want that. And the other thing that you can get that there are a lot of are heart containers. Whew, glad I kind of gambled right on that one. And I wasn't going to get all the heart containers at first, but now I think I will. It won't be, a very condensed walkthrough, but I'll do like 100%, quote unquote, 100% completion walkthrough. Quote unquote walkthrough is what I meant to say. Sorry, I'm trying to focus while also staying a bit more animated. So it's, I don't want to bore anyone. Please tell me this is the right way. Okay. Okay. Sorry, if this is always so much longer than I remember it being. Oh, I'm wearing the bunny hood. That's why it wouldn't let me put it there. Okay. Now, as long as we don't fall here, we should be okay. So I think this is pretty much the end. Right? It's pretty much the end. Okay. Okay. Yes, this is the end. This is definitely the end. Okay, good. Oh my god, my low battery thing is on the screen. I'm so sorry. But I don't want to do that again. But anyway, I'm going to do my best to 100% complete it, because there is one mini game that is keeping me from on another file I have that's keeping me from completing it. It's the swamp shooting gallery for a heart container. I think it's a big quiver in a heart container or something, but it's so difficult, especially with my stiff N64 controller. Yeah, that I'm totally using right now, not one that I've used on the actual N64 before. Well done, Link. Sorry, my old man voice is really bad, and that one was a bad example. Now, here is the item I promised. Please accept it. The Mask of Sense. It heightens your sense of smell, which does something. Hello, kitty. My other cat, Tater Tot, has come to visit. Actually, when I see you, I am reminded of my son, who left home long ago. Somehow I feel as if I am once again racing with my son. I am afraid I may have tried too hard to outrun you. As old as I am still a fast competitor. Just like when I raced my son. Oh my god, we get it, dude. Your son. Please forgive my rudeness. No, but, it's not, like, outright confirmed, but the theory is that his son was actually that little Deku tree that I pointed out in the first episode, that the spirit of whom is in the mask, and that's why, and it was his son, and that's why we remind him of him. Because, you know, this game is sad. So that's pretty much the swamp area done for now. We are gonna have to come back later for, you know, a couple things like the shooting gallery that I mentioned. Sorry about that. Tater Tot was getting into shit. Where was I? So yeah, we need another mask that I don't want to get just yet, because I just want a couple more items and stuff, and maybe another bottle before we do that mission. I don't think we have to drain the swamp for it, so I think it's okay. But it's a little annoying, so we're not going to do it just yet. Sorry, I had to focus. I did change my buttons back, so hopefully we won't have any ocarina mishaps. Shooting the bow is a little difficult, and I wish it wasn't, but we'll get used to it, right? Okay. I think is it close to midnight? It might be after. We might have missed it, but oh yeah, we're way past. Okay, I was gonna see if I couldn't scoop up another mask, but I think it happens at like 10 or 12, but oh, you know what? I think this. Sorry, that's the fairy fountain. I think this mini game over here is actually a method of getting a bottle, but I think you have to do it 3 days in a row, so we're not going to do that right now. Does this kid stay out here all night? I'm not sure what to do next. I guess we can just head to the next area and see if we can't. Yeah, I mean, we can get a good amount done before we have to restart time again. Although I could just start a new cycle. I'm just gonna start a new cycle. I'm gonna drop off my rupees at the bank, and then I will reset time and see you then. The quickest way to the mountains is through the north gate. I knew that, Tattle, thanks. But welcome back from that briefest of pauses. I'm gonna get that mask. Sorry. Welcome back from that briefest of pauses, and Tattle is right. We are going to go up north into the mountains, but first, as always, inverted Song of Time. Unless you're like specifically wanting time to pass quicker for like waiting for an event or something, there's really no reason to not always have the inverted song on. It's just gonna, save you from having to restart time unnecessarily a bunch of times. Sorry, I thought I was facing the wrong way, but I could have just looked at the map. Oh, speaking of maps, I'm not gonna have 20 rupees by the time I get over there. Which means I can't get the map for the new area yet, but I'm sure we'll be fine. It's not that complicated. We're just gonna, well, never mind. I think I forget what to do with this. It's not like pulling up a staff or anything, so I'm just gonna not do that right now and get on with the episode. Sorry if people are screaming at me at home. Where's the... Oh, it's on this side. My bad. And we are going to need the... I don't have any arrows. Crap. Okay. Well, while we're looking for arrows, I wanted to talk about something. Instead of just kind of narrating what I'm doing in the game, because this is kind of going to be a transition episode, I wanted to talk about the new Mean Girls movie of all things, because I'm a child of the 2000s, so I of course saw Mean Girls actually a little bit later in life. I didn't see it until I was in high school, but great movie first off. And actually I kind of stumbled my way into getting invited along to see the musical when it was first off Broadway, and it had most of the original cast, including original Katie and original Janice and original Damien. It was pretty cool. I'm the only one I'm not sure about for the main characters is I'm not 100% sure if it was the original Regina, who I can't remember the name of, or Renee Rapp, who was the first successor and played Regina in the movie, which is why I remember that name and not the original actresses. But I of course saw all the memes about it like being awful online, so I of course had to go with my girlfriend to see it. While they were in Harrisonburg. Sorry, I'm really trying to get this guy. I thought he would take less hits from the jump attack, but oh, I guess we're just dead. Anyway, don't talk and fight, kids. It's really bad. Okay. Not a major setback, apparently. But I saw all the memes about how this sucks, and the songs are really dumb. And, the people all like sighing that it's a musical, even though whatever. So I wanted to like kind of review it real quick while we're just kind of going through the motions here, because I have thoughts. And so I will start with some good things. Damien and Janice remain some of the best characters to ever be put on screen. They're excellently written in the musical, and I thought it carried over pretty well their writing in the movie. The actors I both thought were very good. They had good voices for the roles. My one complaint is that they look like college kids and not like high school kids, but what are you gonna do? You gotta cast actual adults sometimes. But I thought the plastics were okay. Gretchen was fine. Karen was fine. But I didn't expect to be going in because I didn't realize it was Renee Rapp, who was, played Regina on Broadway, so clearly has the chops for it. I was impressed by Regina, which makes sense in hindsight, but oh, I was pressing the wrong button to use my shield. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button to explode too. There we go. Fun fact, if you use your shield while you have the blast mask on, you won't take damage. So, infinite bomb hack. But I was really impressed with that. But, elephant in the room. I apologize, I don't remember the actress's name, but whoever played Katie was a fine actress, but was not the right choice for this role and was not the right voice for this role, which is a very uncontroversial opinion, I think. But it's true, and I don't know obviously if this is true or not. I haven't seen anything confirming it, but Katie sings her big opening number is called Eight Roars, and it's like a huge belting song, right? And they cut that song from the movie and kind of replaced it with something else. And I can't help but feel, I'm just gonna ignore him for right now. Sorry, sorry, dude. But kind of theory, general consensus is that they cut that song and replaced it because the actress couldn't sing it well enough, which would not surprise me if it were true. Frick, I forget which way. If it's this way or the other path. I have a feeling it's the other path, but we'll see. No, it's this one. Okay. Good, we went the right way. So anyway, and we'll get to the songs they cut, because they cut a good amount of them, and we'll get to that. But other than Katie, my biggest critique is that I think it tried too hard to be a remake and not just the musical. And by that I mean, like, it was, some of the classic lines were in there, and that's fine. Like, they were probably somewhere in the musical too. It's been a while. But it was weird to see those lines come out of not, like, the original actresses' mouths after seeing the movie so many times. But the big thing is, I don't think they went musical enough, because they cut a lot of the songs, including my favorite song, which is called More Is Always Better. And it's weird because the final song is, like, kind of a reprise of that song, so it didn't really make as much sense. But they, like, kept other songs that, they probably could have cut instead. Sorry, I kind of got lost in what I was doing here for a second. We need 5 more rupees for that, for Tingle, so I'm not going to worry about him right now. Oh, whoops. There's a chance we get 5 rupees for this, so I'm going to try my best to kill this wolf. Where was I? Oh, well, the last time I was talking about it and fighting, I died, but I think I'll be okay this time. I just gotta let him attack and wait, and ugh. Classic Ocarina villain wait attack pattern, which I think sucks personally, but it's less present in this game than it is in Ocarina, which is nice. Sorry. I keep trying to regain my thoughts here, regather them, I guess, or just gather them at all. But yeah, some of the songs they didn't cut, and, like, some of the ones that they did was weird. Like, they cut Meet the Plastics and Where Do You Belong, which was weird. They cut Stop. They cut, like, half the songs. But they kept the Regina George's part of Meet the Plastics, which is good, but my favorite part in that song is Karen's, and they cut Karen's part. Sorry. It seems you have the strength to change the lay. Okay, I don't care about you, Owl. We just gotta follow him into this cave area. And actually, we're kind of getting... kind of getting to our 25-minute mark here. Actually, probably not if I make some cuts, but we're probably, like, at 15 minutes, which is going way faster than I thought it would. But you can tell by the feathers that these are invisible platforms. I wonder if it's going to give us a hint about what item is in this that we're about to get. I so wish in the 3DS remake they changed it so you get the magic upgrade earlier, and it makes this area easier. But anyway, they cut like half the songs. They cut my favorite part of Meet the Plastics, and I don't think they went musical enough. Because all the songs were kind of dumbed down for the screen, because apparently Hollywood thinks people don't like musicals, which I guess people don't, but I think it's because it's reaching the wrong audience because they're not marketed as musicals because they think the Hollywood thinks that the public hates musicals. But like the video I've been seeing is usually of like Revenge Party, where it's Janice and Damien just kind of like belting their heart out, and really that's pretty much Janice's song, one of them. But whoops. And then it gets to Katie's part, and she's just like really flat, and well, not like really flat, but like kind of flat, and the song is like the tone is dull, and that's what makes it sound really flat. Which is, it's fine. I recommend looking up the soundtrack for the Broadway recording for the musical, if you want to know what I'm talking about and don't already. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching a Zelda playthrough, then Mean Girls is not necessarily your thing, but I like sharing my interests and talking to the camera. But I will put that on pause so I can speak to this Chad. Hey man, I can see you. There we go. Can it be? Are you able to see me? Follow behind me. Okay, I am actually gonna take the lens off. I believe you can still kind of track him by his shadow, right? Okay, good. Because we're gonna need to save some of our magic for this upcoming trial that he's gonna do. Yeah, I just what I was saying is I think that if it went like really movie adaptation of the musical, it would have been better. And I get that the musical is probably longer and you have to cut some songs for time, but I'm pretty upset about More Is Always Better being cut, because it's like a turning point in the movie. And that she still has for those of you that know the plot, she still has the conversation with Aaron, but I don't know. I feel like that's a kind of a pivotal character moment that's better represented by the song if you're going to do the musical. And also, I'm just salty because I like that song. We might have actually run a little bit too far ahead here. Actually, no. I think he's in the next area, where he's taking us anyway. Did I have to activate him or something? Just in case I mess this up, I'll be right back. Hey, yeah, I did have to trigger him. So that's his shadow right there. Sorry, I can't speak. But yeah, we're going to the next area, but I didn't want to leave without targeting him, and without having him be in the next area. So I didn't want you guys to have to sit through that while I double checked. Okay, please don't make us use up all our magic. Oh, the other last thing is I wanted to talk about in the musical is they changed a couple lyrics. They changed, what some of the girls are called in the burn book, specifically Janice. And I don't want to say the original because I don't want to make anyone upset. But the new one is Pyrolez. And it's also, I don't know how much it changes because they actually did make Janice gay in this adaptation where she's normally straight, and just Regina was telling everyone she was gay, because that's the 2000s cool thing to do to people is pretend that sexuality is bad, or that anyone's specific sexuality is bad, and we went the wrong way. But so that was, I don't know. I don't know if it actually changes anything. It's just something I kind of noticed. I was like, does this make it a different story? Man, I really went the wrong way. Sorry, this is a little bit boring to watch, but I'll keep talking so it's at least a little bit more interesting. Oh, also they made Stupid with Love really dumb. Again, because I think they wanted to tone it down so it's more like a music-y video song and less of a musical song. But they should have just leaned in. And, this version fit the actress they had better, but, could have done a better casting choice if that was an issue. Anyway, it wasn't as bad as everyone was saying, but I think that's just because Mean Girls as a story holds up pretty well. Minus a couple red flags here and there. But yeah, definitely the weakest link was the actress who played Katie. And I think that I'm going to say this 1,000 times, I know, but I think the movie would have greatly benefited from leaning fully into the musical. Okay. This is the last thing we're going to do in this episode, though. And I am going to, because you see the thumbnail, the little Deku Scrub and my little character, I drew them, I did the pixel art myself for that, so I'm going to have to do another one for not this episode, but the next one, because you'll see why in a second. The Saurian one said the one who could see me would be arriving soon. Seems that it turned out to be true. Let me do a better voice for this guy. I am Darmani, the third. The blood of proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Goron village, then a blizzard at the Snowhead blew me into the valley, and now here I am. How infuriating. As I am, I can only watch Goron village, as Goron village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So you can use magic. The Saurian one also told me that you are able to use it. I beg of you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, heal my sorrows. That's why this area is tied to bargaining for the grief theory. But we are going to play our song of healing for him. And I am going to shut up because I like these cutscenes and they only happen once in the game. For each area, but... What a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away into the song. These cutscenes are kind of sweet, you know? Like you can't bring him back, but it really does heal his soul. I felt weird for a while because I felt like you were tricking the spirits and like trapping them into the mask, and seeing that cutscene again just now kind of confirmed the opposite for me. It feels like you are healing them and then they're lending you their power. Right? I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I accomplished while living are carved onto my grave. You should read it. With that, we got our second transformation mask, the Goron mask. This mask contains the spirit of a proud Goron hero. For the Goron village, I have asked your assistance. Alright. Oh, I'm still wearing the bunny hood. Apologies. I will show you the transformation, which is just as horrifying as the Deku Scrub. Actually, a little bit more, honestly. But here we are. It's Goron Link. You can curl up, run around, and punch real hard. Alright, but With that, I will see you guys in the next episode where we will start to take on this Goron area. Bye.